I think they've had a surplus of coloured paint in the Chinese ukulele factories in this year. Keep watching. Yeah, it's got a ukulele review day. Welcome back. Sorry to miss you last week. I had a stinking cold and just could not have got through recording a video. So I'm back this week and all systems go, and I'm feeling much better. Running across the bottom, quite a few thank yous there because there's 2 weeks worth. So thanks very much to those people who donate. That's how GotAUkulele keeps going, because I don't get paid by the brands or the shops to do this. They wouldn't be impartial if I did that, so it's the kindness and generosity of readers and viewers that keep the site moving. And why not think about subscribing to the YouTube channel if you like what you see here? Hit the subscribe button, and the little bell symbol will also mean that you get notified of new stuff that comes your way. Okay, this is a brand I haven't looked at before. It's never heard of them before, and I'm afraid it's one of those Amazon choice, or at least it was when I bought it. I don't think it is now. Amazon choice. I don't tend to recommend people buy ukuleles from Amazon because they don't come with a setup. They just come straight out of the box from the factory. But I think it's right that I do look at some of them, and I try and look at the Amazon choice ones because they're the ones that will appear at the top of the listings when people search for ukulele, and are the ones people are most likely to buy. What does that mean? Well, it just basically means Amazon want to shift more of them. It isn't necessarily the mark of a good ukulele. Now, that's not to say that you can't get a good ukulele with an Amazon choice logo. I've just yet to find one. This one is a brand called Winzz. Winzz. Never heard of them. Winzz by Eileen. Chinese brand. And this is their concert. It's just called the Winzz Concert Ukulele. And, you know, from first glance, I opened the box. I thought, that's quite nice. That's quite nice looking. Available in this blue-green sunburst effect, or a red sunburst, or a black stroke grey sunburst. And as I say, from first glance, I looked at it, and I put some sneak peek pictures up on the website, on Facebook, and people thought, well, that looks quite nice. And then I started looking a bit closer, but we'll get into that. Okay, this is a laminate concert ukulele, all laminate woods. They don't specify what the wood is, so it's laminate something. Plywood, basswood, basswood, don't know, it's going to be cheap, isn't it? With this staining that allows the grain to show through, which, as I say, from a distance, at first glance, I thought was rather attractive. Standard double bout, quite a deep body on it, isn't there? But it's standard double bout concert. And let's move on. The bridge is a tie bar style. Now, this is clearly an instrument that's aimed at beginners. That would have been better to be a slot style. It's a composite wood. You can see from the little shims of wood that are stuck together. It's composite wood, but otherwise tidy, straight topped plastic saddle there. No real complaints with that. But we now come on to my gripe with it, because as I say, from a distance I thought it looked okay, but then I started looking closer, and it's got marks in it, chips in it, sort of odd gouges and lumps in it. It's really quite poorly finished. The other thing I don't like about it, this is a satin finish, but it's kind of, I don't know, there's a feel to it, like an unfinished satin, almost like sort of chalkboard to it, that I don't really like on the hands. I don't like that soundhole rosette either, which is a screen print kind of a flame thing, and it's quite badly done up at the top. Is it a decal actually? It's really quite untidy. The laminate top is really quite thick, and inside it's a horrendous mess. The braces here aren't tapered or shaped at all. They're just like chunks of wood stuck in, and there's some really horrible black gooey mess down at the bottom as well. Not very nice. The neck, not specified, nothing specified on this one. The neck, 3 pieces that I can see through the stain. As I showed you there, it's really quite messy. There's another joint up at the headstock. It's kind of flat and rounded profile. Really disappointing. 34mm at the nut, 26.5 from G2A. That's far too narrow for me. Topped in more laminate, laminated rosewood, laminated dark wood, probably not rosewood stained. That's kind of edge bound in black, which means it hides the fret ends, of which you get 18, 14 to the body. Outward facing dots at 5, 7, 10, 12 and 15. no side dots, and as I say, this is clearly aimed at beginners. Look, it's got little beginners chord charts and stuff in it, and some other stuff I'll come on to, but no side dots. That's the real omission. On the plus side, there are no sharp fret ends, which I tend to always see at this sort of price point. But what there is, though, and it's going to be impossible for me to show you, is some of these fret tops are corroded, and they're really rough and horrible down here. That's messy. Up to the headstock. I really quite like that sort of swoopy, narrow shape, elongated length to it. The Winzz logo is a gold screen print. I think that looks nice. I don't like those massive covers, bushings, washers on the front of the tuning pegs. They're far too big and dominate that top. And I also don't like these tuners. These are sealed gears. They're a bit grindy, and the buttons are absolutely enormous. You can see some more poor finishing there in the stain. Yeah, no, I don't like those. Right, okay, what else does it come with? It comes with a gig bag, embroidered, not actually a very good one, with a kind of crinkly inside and very, very thin zips. And your now ubiquitous goodie bag. We get a cleaning cloth. We get a strap. That's a Soundhole hook strap, the sort of strap I would never ever use. A clip-on tuner. A spare set of strings. Now, the strings on here are, there's a swing tag saying that they are Ukulele, and it comes with a spare set of Ukulele. Now, I remember seeing Mimo from Ukulele posting online saying he never, ever sends out string sets packaged like this. Make of that what you will. And you also get this, which I think is really quite cool. It's a little set of ukulele note stickers to put on your fingerboard. That's a really nice idea, and that's going to be really helpful for beginners, I would have thought. Yeah, I don't know why more beginners don't do that. There's a tick in the box there for Winzz for doing that. I really rather like it. And all of that comes in at about £40. $40.99 I think it is, so it's not a lot of money at all. Okay, real mixed bag. From a distance, like the look of it. Get closer to it, there's lots of flaws in the build and whatnot. To be fair, it's not too heavy, 520 grams, nicely balanced. Don't like the feel of it on the hands. The setup needs to come down a bit, but we'll see how that gets on with the intonation. I've seen worse, but it does need work. And this is your problem buying from Amazon, because they aren't going to do a setup for you. And things like this are not sold in specialist ukulele stores, and there's also a reason for that as well. The positives. Really good volume. Really good volume. I like that. No complaints. Yeah, very good volume. Sustain. Alright. Alright. Again, heard worse. Very one-dimensional. Bit of jangle going on there, bit of harmonisation, but very one-dimensional, echoey. It's cheap laminate, isn't it? To my ears, I can hear some of the intonations off a bit. I think it's a high nut. It's also high at very high at the 12th as well. Yeah. Ooh. High note. Okay, it's not a howler. It's not a howler. It plays. Volume's good. The sustain's all right. It plays and functions as a ukulele. I'm really not impressed with some of the finishing though. The neck is far too narrow. That tone is all right, but very laminate, very boxy, very one-dimensional. No character to it at all. But it is really cheap, and you get some extra bits with it as well. But you know what? There's an awful lot that's really cheap in the ukulele world, and I think this is easily beaten. Easily beaten, but you know, from a distance looks, you might get a better one if you buy one on Amazon, but equally you might get one even worse, and that's why I don't recommend it. But it's, you know, it's not getting an absolute howler of a score, but there's just so much better out there if you really want to go looking. The Winzz concert ukulele, this one in the blue green, also available red and black, available on Amazon only, I believe. Be careful. Anyway, that's your lot. I am back next week, assuming I don't get another summer cold, which I thought was COVID. Thanks again to the supporters of the GotAUkulele website. It's much appreciated. I'm not sure what it is next week that's coming, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Enjoy your week. The weather looks glorious out there in the UK. Enjoy your week. Take care. Stay safe. See you very soon. Bye-bye.